Hey, I'm Jonathan Inoa,
And I'm Tyler Friedman.
and we're going to be discussing about the death of Captain Beatty and if he really wanted to die or not. In my opinion, I think that Captain Beatty didn't want to die. Actually, I didn't think he was expecting to die at all. When they were at Montag's house and they were burning the books and whatnot, after it was finished, they put Montag under arrest, and Montag tried to resist and ended up killing him and several other firefighters with the flamethrower. So, I mean, I don't see how he would want to die, especially by a flamethrower at that case. So, um,
I think that Beatty wanted to die because he had been under so much stress and under all that guilt of knowing, because he previously read all the books that the society had known, but he unfortunately couldn't share any of the culture with the people because it was apparently illegal. And I think bearing that guilt was what made him want to die. And I think that after Montag killed him, he could actually be relieved. So I think that he wanted to die.
also, in the work here, it says to describe whether. Let me see here. Probably should look this up. Oh, okay. It said, "Do you think Beatty wanted to die, or is Montag lying to himself?" um, I think Montag actually is lying to himself because when you can continue reading the book, he specifically said in his head, Beatty wanted to die. It was italicized and fancy looking. So um, I think all of it's mental because I didn't see any clues or hints of Beatty wanting to die. Like uh, like I said, Montag was being put under arrest, and then he last moment used a flamethrower to kill him, and yeah. So
I believe that he wasn't necessarily lying to himself. I think that he may have given off that appearance, but I don't think he actually was lying to himself. I think that he admitted in his own mind that he wanted to die, but it's kind of kept from the reader whether he actually wants to die or not. So it's kind of up to each reader to decide for themselves. But in my personal opinion, I think that he wanted to die. Just as I said earlier, based on the guilt and the oppression that was led by the so-called firefighters. But I don't think that he necessarily was lying to himself. So
personally, I don't see any sense in that. I don't know anyone that'd want to die, especially by a flamethrower. Um, and then I don't remember really seeing anything about uh, any hints previous before that if that he wanted that Captain Beatty wanted to die. I mean, do you remember reading anything in there about that?
no, I don't. But
So it's pure personal opinion, right?
yes, I think that this discussion is pretty opinionated. I don't think it's necessarily factual.
So what's the strongest thing that really makes you think that he wanted to die?
The strongest thing is just the guilt, like I said, of how he knew all that information, but he couldn't share with anyone, and I think that's a pretty big guilt to be placed on someone to know all this information and not be able to let a culture thrive off of that.
Mm.
Just pretend to not know anything and keep it kept from a society for years and years. So I think that's what drove him to finally meet his death.
You definitely beat me there, but well, I guess that's our discussion.
That will conclude our discussion. Thanks,
until,
guys.
Till next time.